Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever noticed how some people seem to completely change their lives almost overnight? They move from struggling to thriving, from confusion to clarity, and from feeling like a victim to becoming a victor. What's the secret to this transformation? It all starts with a decision, a genuine, firm decision. The word decision comes from the Latin word meaning to cut off. When you truly decide, you cut off all other possibilities. There's no plan B, no safety net. You are fully committed to a new direction. Unfortunately, most people never make such decisions. They say they want success, but they don't decide that success is the only acceptable outcome. They express a desire to improve their finances, but they don't make the decision that financial freedom is non-negotiable. They think about getting in shape, but never decide that vibrant health is a necessity for their future. Those who do make that decision are the ones who transform. They are the ones who experience quantum leaps. They can look back months or years later and pinpoint the exact moment everything changed. Today could be that moment for you. Today could be the day you decide that the next 21 days will lay the foundation for the rest of your life. You may be wondering, why 21 days? That's a good question. For years, we've heard it takes 21 days to form a habit. While modern research shows it's a bit more complex, committing to 21 days of focused effort is powerful. It's long enough to produce real results, but short enough to maintain intense focus. It's enough time to push through initial resistance and still see the finish line. It's long enough to create momentum, but short enough to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Most importantly, 21 days of consistent and focused action can create changes so significant that returning to old habits becomes unthinkable. Imagine 21 days from now, you could be a different person, not entirely transformed, as mastery takes years, but you could be on a new path with new habits, new mindsets, and new possibilities. This is the philosophy of life design. Before I outline this 21-day plan, it's crucial to understand one thing. Success isn't accidental, it's architectural. You must consciously design the life you want. Most people spend more time planning a short vacation than they do designing their entire lives. No wonder they end up somewhere they didn't intend. Remember, if you don't design your life, you'll end up following someone else's plan, and it's unlikely they plan much for you. Let's be architects of our own lives, not victims. Let's be creators, not consumers. Let's design these 21 days with intention and purpose. The guiding principle is simple. You don't get better by chance, you get better by change. Specific, intentional, consistent change. The 21-day success plan is built on 5 fundamental pillars: mindset transformation, goal setting and strategic planning, daily disciplines, environmental design, and accountability and measurement. These pillars will guide you over the next 21 days, creating a strong foundation for success that becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Mindset transformation is the first pillar. Your mind is the most powerful tool in your personal universe. It can be your greatest asset or your biggest liability. Over the next 21 days, we'll ensure it works for you, not against you. The first day focuses on awareness. Become a student of your own thoughts. Notice the patterns in your thinking. Pay attention to how you talk to yourself and the assumptions you make about what's possible for you. Judge yourself. Just observe. The second day is about elimination. Now that you've observed your thoughts, it's time to remove the negative ones. Identify the 3 most limiting beliefs you hold about yourself or your potential and replace them with empowering beliefs. For example, if you've thought, I'm not good with money, replace it with, I'm learning to master my finances and make better financial decisions every day. Day 3 is about installation. Begin incorporating these new empowering beliefs into your daily routine. Read them aloud with conviction, both in the morning and at night. Feel them becoming your truth. Remember, repetition is the mother of skill. What you repeat, you believe, and what you believe shapes your actions. Days 4 to 7 are about reinforcement. Every day, find evidence that supports your new beliefs. No matter how small, perhaps you've made one good financial decision or taken a single step toward your goals. Celebrate that achievement and allow it to strengthen your conviction. By the end of this first week, you will have initiated a profound shift in how you view yourself and your potential, and that shift alone can make all the difference. The second pillar focuses on goal setting and strategic planning. Now that your mindset is beginning to change, it's time to gain clarity on your direction and how you'll achieve it. Day 8 is about creating your vision. Today, you will craft a compelling vision for your life, not vague thoughts, but specific images of what you want to create in each important area: health, relationships, career, finances, personal growth, and contribution. Write it down in vivid detail using the present tense as if it's already happening. Make it so real that you can see it, feel it, and even taste it. This vision will serve as your North Star throughout the next 21 days and beyond. Day 9 focuses on goals. Take your vision and break it down into specific, measurable goals for the next 90 days. No more than 3 to 5. A long list of goals will only cause distractions. Choose the ones that will propel you most significantly toward your vision. The purpose of goals isn't just to achieve things. It's about who you become in the process. Set goals that challenge you, that push you to grow and tap into your potential. Day 10 is about strategy. For each goal, develop a simple and clear strategy. Identify the 2 or 3 key actions that will create the most progress. Don't complicate it. Some of the most powerful strategies are the simplest. On day 11, focus on implementation planning. Break your strategies into weekly and daily actions. Be clear about what you will do and when. Remember, what gets scheduled gets done. This is where most people fail. They have dreams and goals, but no clear plan for how to implement them. Your implementation plan serves as the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. The third pillar, daily discipline, is about the small actions performed consistently that lead to massive results over time. Day 12 is about creating morning rituals. Design a morning routine that sets you up for success, which could include physical activity, reading, journaling, meditation, or reviewing your goals. What matters most is taking control of the first hour of your day. If you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win at life. On day 13, focus on energy management. Take a moment to assess how you are using your physical, mental, and emotional energy. Identify activities and people that drain you and those that energize you. Create a plan to minimize the energy drainers and maximize the energizers. Success requires energy. Without it, even the best plans will falter. Guard your energy like the valuable resource it is. Day 14 is about time blocking. Design your ideal week, blocking time for your most important activities, not just work, but also relationships, health, and personal growth. This isn't about rigid scheduling, but ensuring that your priorities get the time and attention they deserve. You can't manage time, only yourself, and the best way to do that is by deciding in advance how you'll use your hours and days. On day 15, focus on eliminating distractions. Identify the top 3 distractions that steal your time and focus, and create specific strategies to eliminate or minimize each one. This could mean turning off notifications, scheduling specific times to check email or social media, or having difficult conversations with people who don't respect your boundaries. Whatever it takes, commit to creating an environment that supports your focus, not undermines it. The fourth pillar is environmental design. Your physical, social, and informational environments either support your success or sabotage it. Over the next few days, we'll optimize each of these areas. Day 16 is about your physical environment. Reorganize your primary spaces like your home, office, or car to support your goals. Remove clutter and place visual reminders of your vision and goals where you can see them daily. Your environment should constantly reinforce what matters most. A cluttered space leads to a cluttered mind, while a purposeful space promotes a purposeful mindset. Day 17 is about your social environment. Evaluate your 5 closest relationships. Are they uplifting you or pulling you down? Are these people supportive of your growth, or do they feel threatened by it? Are they pushing you toward excellence or comforting you in mediocrity? Make the tough decisions necessary to surround yourself with people who reflect what you aspire to become. Remember, you can't soar with eagles if you continue to scratch with turkeys. Day 18 focuses on your informational environment. Pay attention to what's entering your mind daily, whether it's through books, podcasts, news, social media, or conversations. Eliminate sources of negativity, limitation, and distraction. Replace them with sources of wisdom, inspiration, and relevant knowledge. Remember the principle of garbage in, garbage out. The quality of what you consume shapes your mindset. Take control of your mind's programming by consciously choosing the information you allow in. The fifth and final pillar is accountability and measurement. What gets measured gets improved, and what gets shared gets done. Day 19 is about establishing accountability. Today, share your goals and plans with someone who believes in you and will hold you accountable. This could be a friend, family member, coach, or mentor. Set up regular check-ins to track your progress. Simply declaring your intentions to another person can significantly increase your commitment, as knowing you'll have to report back adds powerful motivation to follow through. Day 20 is about setting up measurement systems. Create simple ways to track your progress on each goal and daily discipline. This might be through a journal, an app, a spreadsheet, or a checklist. The format isn't as important as the consistency of use. Keep in mind, you can't improve what you don't measure. Tracking allows you to identify patterns, make adjustments, and celebrate your progress, all of which are essential to achieving lasting success. On day 21, you will review and recalibrate. Take time to assess the past 3 weeks. What worked well and what didn't? What adjustments do you need to make to your goals, strategies, or daily disciplines? Then plan your next 21 days based on the lessons you've learned and the progress you've made. This cycle of action, review, and refinement is how small efforts compound into remarkable results. The compound effect of your 21-day plan. Let me explain why this 21-day plan is so powerful. It's not because of any single element, but because of how all these elements work together to create what I call the compound effect. The compound effect is the principle of reaping huge rewards from a series of small, consistent actions. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, so do the results of your daily habits multiply over time. Small, smart choices made consistently over time can lead to radical change. Think about it. If you improve by just 1% each day for a year, you will end up 37 times better by the end, not just 365 times better, but 3,700% better. That's the power of compounding. But it works both ways. Small, poor choices compounded over time lead to disaster. The difference between success and failure, between an extraordinary life and an ordinary one, often comes down to the seemingly insignificant decisions we make every day. Decisions about what to focus on, what to eliminate, and what to improve. These 21 days are about making the right decisions automatic, turning them into habits that will create positive compounding effects throughout your life. However, there are 3 enemies you'll face as you implement this plan. The first is doubt. As you move forward, a voice inside will tell you that this won't work for you, that you tried before and failed, or that your circumstances are different. That voice is lying. The principles of success are universal and work for anyone who works them. The second enemy is impatience. We live in a society that values instant gratification, but meaningful change takes time. There will be days when you feel like nothing is happening, when progress seems almost imperceptible. During these times, trust the process. Water the roots, even when you can't see the fruit. The third enemy is inconsistency. Most people fail not because they choose the wrong path, but because they quit before the path yields results. They start strong but fade quickly, caught in the cycle of initial enthusiasm followed by disappointment, never giving any approach enough time to work. Your commitment to these 21 days must be non-negotiable. Whether you feel like it or not, whether it's convenient or not, whether you see immediate results or not, you must follow through. Let me share something important about these 21 days. This isn't just about achieving specific goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve any goal. It's about developing the character, mindset, and habits that make success in any area inevitable. There are 2 ways to approach personal development. The first is to focus solely on achieving specific outcomes. The second is to focus on becoming a person of value, integrity, and capability, someone for whom those outcomes would be natural extensions. I recommend the second approach. When you focus on who you're becoming, the goals will take care of themselves. Even more importantly, your satisfaction won't depend entirely on reaching specific milestones. It will come from knowing you are growing, evolving, and living according to your highest values. These 21 days represent an investment in your character and abilities. They are a declaration that you are taking control of your life's direction. This commitment is about becoming more so that you can contribute more, and it goes beyond just these 21 days. It sets the stage for a lifetime of growth. As we approach the end of our time together, I want to address what happens after these 21 days. The danger with any structured program is thinking that once it's complete, you're done. But personal development is never finished. It's not a destination, it's an ongoing journey. These 21 days aren't the end, they are the beginning. They are a launch pad for a lifetime of growth. The habits and mindsets you've developed during this period should become permanent fixtures in your life, evolving and expanding as you continue to grow after these 21 days. I encourage you to celebrate your progress, acknowledge how far you've come, and take pride in your commitment. Assess your new foundation. What's working well, what needs refinement, and what might be missing. Set new challenges and use your strength and foundation to reach for even more meaningful goals. Share your journey and teach what you've learned to others. There's no better way to reinforce your growth than by helping someone else grow. Repeat the process, consider doing another focused 21-day period in a different area of your life, or take your current areas to an even higher level. Remember, success is not about chance, it's about choice. It's not something you wait for, it's something you work for, and it's available to anyone who is willing to invest in discipline, consistency, and continuous improvement. The call to action is clear. Your life begins today. Now, we stand at the point of decision. Will these ideas remain mere thoughts, or will they become actions that change your life? The gap between knowing and doing is often wider than the gap between ignorance and knowledge. Many people know what to do, but never do what they know. Will you be different? I challenge you to commit fully to these 21 days, not half-heartedly, not with a "I'll try." attitude, but with absolute unwavering commitment. Print out this plan. Schedule every day in your calendar. Share your intentions with others. Eliminate potential excuses in advance. Set up your environment for success. Do whatever it takes to ensure that 21 days from now you can look back with pride rather than regret. You have within you everything you need to succeed right now. You have the intelligence, the determination, and the capacity to learn, grow, and change. What you may have lacked until now is a clear path forward and the commitment to walk that path, regardless of obstacles or distractions. Today you have both. These 21 days, just 21 days, could completely transform your life. Time will pass regardless. 3 weeks from now, you'll be 3 weeks older. The only question is, will you also be better, stronger, and closer to your dreams? The choice is yours. It always has been. But perhaps today, right now, you can see that choice with greater clarity than ever before. Choose wisely. Choose growth. Choose the extraordinary life that awaits you. On the other side of these 21 days, your new life is waiting. It begins today. The philosophy of continuous improvement. As we close this chapter, let me share one more thought to guide you not just through these 21 days, but throughout your entire life journey. Success is not a destination you reach once and stop. It's a state of continuous growth and improvement. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. There is no maintaining. There is only advancing or retreating. This philosophy of continuous improvement, what the Japanese call kaizen, should become your way of life every day in every area. Ask yourself, how can I make this a little better today? How can I improve by just 1%? These small improvements might seem insignificant in the moment. A slightly better conversation, a more focused work session, a healthier meal choice. But remember the compound effect. These tiny improvements, applied consistently, create massive transformation over time. Here's the beautiful part. This approach removes the pressure of perfection. You don't need to make quantum leaps every day, nor do you need to transform overnight. You just need to get a little better, a little wiser, a little stronger each day. Can you do that? Of course you can. Anyone can improve by 1%. And if you can improve by 1%, you can transform your life through the power of consistency and time. This is the ultimate success formula. Let me leave you with the ultimate success formula, a simple approach that has guided countless individuals from mediocrity to excellence. Decide what you want, be specific, be clear, be courageous in your aspirations, take massive action, not just action, but massive action. Do more than others expect, do more than you think possible. Notice what's working and what's not, adjust as needed, and keep moving forward. Be honest in your evaluation, no excuses, no justifications. Keep adjusting your methods until you achieve your desired outcome. Be flexible with your approach, but remain unwavering in your goal. This formula applies to any objective in any area of life. It works for the 21-day plan we've discussed, and it works for long-term accomplishments as well. Consistent application of this method makes failure nearly impossible. You might not succeed on your first try, or even on your 5th or 20th, but as long as you continue refining your approach based on results, success is inevitable. Isn't it empowering to know that success in any important area of your life is ultimately within your control? Not because you can control every situation, because you can't, but because you can always control your reactions, decisions, and adjustments. Now, I want to leave you with an important question. What do you want your life to represent when your time on earth is done? What legacy do you want to leave? These aren't just abstract questions, they're practical ones. Your answer should guide every choice you make during these 21 days and beyond. You see, success without meaning is ultimately unsatisfying. Achievement without purpose is shallow. True fulfillment comes not only from what you acquire or accomplish, but from who you become and what you contribute. As you implement the 21-day plan, keep your legacy in mind. Let it shape your decisions. Let it direct your priorities. Let it inspire your daily habits. Remember, you're not just building a better life for yourself, although that's certainly part of it. You're also creating a ripple effect that reaches far beyond you. Every person you inspire, every life you touch, every contribution you make becomes part of your true legacy. It all starts with these 21 days that can set in motion changes that will not only transform your life, but potentially impact many others. The final word, your time is now. We've covered a lot together: mindset transformation, goal setting, daily disciplines, environmental design, and accountability systems. We've discussed the compound effect, the obstacles to success, and the philosophy of continuous improvement. But knowledge alone without action is simply theory. And while theory is valuable, it's action that brings about change. So I ask you directly, will you commit to these 21 days? Will you make the real decision right now